Test 1 2, Baruch versus John Jay doubleheader. It is Alumni Day on 1/10/2026. Test. Baruch versus John Jay, Alumni Day 1/10/2026. Good evening, afternoon, I should say, New York City, and welcome to Alumni Day here at the Arc Arena as your Baruch College Bearcats welcome in the Bloodhounds of John Jay College. Alongside Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. The 5-9 Bearcats, losers of 2 in a row, trying to turn things around here, coming in against the 1-6 Bloodhounds. Another opportunity here in the conference as Baruch comes into the conference play early on here, 1-2.
Happy Saturday, Baruch Nation and David. Nice to see you. Well, it's CUNY play, David, and Baruch has shown a lot in the non-conference. It's a collective ensemble for Coach K. But right now, we have this rivalry. So we really look forward to see the usual stuff. Isabella kind of leading the way with help from the knockdown shooter, Idea. Morales underneath has been great. McCray off the bench has really been tremendous. DeLuca as a freshman doing what Angela Baccarello did for years here.
And DeLuca coming in as coming off CUNYAC Rookie of the Week last week for her action in those 2 games.
Played tremendous. So it's Alumni Day. Let's not forget. This is the day. Everybody looks forward to this day once a year if you're part of Baruch Nation, which, David, you are. We're going to have an alumni game later, receptions, food, as well as the men playing later.
Doubleheader against the Bloodhounds. We are moments away. Let's send it over to Marty Collins for your national anthem and your starting lineups.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Baruch College and the Arc Arena College Basketball Doubleheader on Baruch Bearcats Alumni Day. Our first game was a contest featuring the John Jay College Bloodhounds against your Baruch College Bearcats. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been one of these rounds from our student athletes, coaches, and officials on America with the play of our national anthem. Here are the Carolinas, first for John Jay. A 5'10" junior forward from Morristown, New Jersey, number 1, the Carolinas. A 5'10" freshman guard from Woodbridge, Massachusetts, number 5, Brad Douglas. A 5'7" sophomore from Morristown, Pennsylvania, number 23, Brad Douglas. A 5'5" freshman guard from Massachusetts, Missouri, number 30, Leah Thomas. And a 5'8" senior guard from Durham, New Hampshire, number 12, Emily Stevens. And coach for Kansas City today is the assistant coaches are Anderson Viola and Jordan Ruiz.
So the lineup's in. We are moments away from the start of Alumni Day between the Bloodhounds of John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. You know, we talked about it kind of in the lead-in, Joe. John Jay coming in at 1-6. Great opportunity for Baruch to kind of jump all over them here in the early part of the ball game.
Yeah, Baruch had a solid non-conference schedule, David. They were in a couple of close games, an overtime game. The defense has been really, really on for Coach K. When he puts in that press, that's just lights out for the opponent. But John Jay is a mixture of sophomores and juniors. They have about 2 seniors. So everything today favors Baruch at the moment. It's a home game. It's Alumni Day. It's a festive activity. And we're in a good place if you're Baruch.
And the game is underway here at the Arc Arena. It's Idea on the far side. Baruch in their home whites going left to right. Morales inside the Castellari goes up, can't finish. Ball batted around loose, and it's quickly the other way with Minnick.
Morales has been really trying to find teammates in the post.
Long three there, no good. Ball batted out. Morales now coming the other way with it into the front court. Castellari now into the post, looking for options. She's quickly doubled outside to Idea. Idea pulls a three straight on, just a bit too strong over the outstretched arm of Minnick. Now it's Castellari from the free throw line, and she gets that one to go.
Well, who made that? DeLuca with the hustle made that possible. That's memories of Angela Beccarella.
So pick left, kicks it out near side. That's Minnick on the three. Shot a bit short. Rebound loose. Minnick able to corral it, though. Gets the rebound. Drives in. Can't finish off the glass. Rebounded again there on the offensive end by Lattimore. And just like that, the Bloodhounds are on the board.
Dave, a little confusion in the post by Baruch. They kind of looked at each other, and the ball found its way to John Jay.
Now it's Morales up top.
Now, David, we have to point out that there's not a legitimate point guard on the court for Baruch. Brianna Lopez is on the bench.
Shot there by McCray is off. Morales and one. Able to finish on the offensive glass. And just like that, she'll go to the line for our first free throw of the afternoon.
David, Morales is emerging as a really good front court player.
Just in her sophomore season as she can't knock down the free throw.
Well, Baruch has to really bring it today on defense. The offensive power is there, especially going to the bench for Coach K.
And just right on cue there, Joe, as McCray comes away with the steal. Now entry pass inside to Castellari. That's picked off by Bascones.
Good defense by Morales getting back.
And a quick, easy find underneath, as that was Lattimore, and she's got her first 2 buckets of the ball game.
Coach K not happy that Baruch is really getting caught up and allowing easy baskets. We're going to really keep track of points in the paint because that really is a big area to look at in who wins the game.
And Lattimore offering some size at 5'10". Something the Bearcats are going to have to contend with. Looks like McCray gets the early assignment.
But, David, Baruch can out-quick that size factor.
Nice driving kick here on the near side. Shot no good by Bascones, and it's going to be Baruch the other way up to Castellari now on the near side. She's quickly doubled, and we've seen that a couple of times here, Joe, in the early going with Castellari getting doubled. It seems like they want to get the ball out of her hands.
Well, we don't have that point guard that can really be the floor general and set things up. Now, Baruch got lucky again, an easy attempt by John Jay.
To your point, though, Joe, we've seen Castellari able to create offensively when she has the ball, as Morales able to spin and lay it in off the glass.
Now, look at this first quarter Morales is having, just doing a little bit of everything. And really the star players, quote, haven't really gone on the scoreboard for the Bearcats. There's an easy in the paint bucket there for John Jay.
Now Idea has it, takes the pick. from Morales. Looking for options, gives it off to Morales. Pump fake, now driving baseline. Too many steps, and it's going to go back the other way.
Well, here's my thing. Isabella has to have a touch early in the possession. Idea has to have a touch. They have to let her set her feet. And she's our lights-out shooter.
Seeing the tactic here from the Bloodhounds in the early portion of the ball game, Joe, is when Castellari does get the ball, they're throwing multiple defenders at her to get the ball out of her hands.
Well, that's where she's got to give it up and then free herself. So you can't hold the ball, David. You got to, hold it, give it, and move.
As the three there by Thornton Lewis, who just checked into the game's a little too strong.
Well, Lewis is a, outside shooter along with Idea.
Baruch pushing the tempo as Morales right into the lane, able to get that one to go sidestep to defender and rattles it home.
This is really the first time I've seen Morales come out of the gate really focused.
And it's going to be a turnover there. It goes off of Crockett last, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Good defense there and active hands on the defensive end.
What you don't want to do if you're Baruch, you don't want to let John Jay 1-6 hang around. You want to really get a lead and maintain it.
Aaron pass there by Morales. Gets knocked right into the waiting hands of DeLuca, though. She misses the layup. Now gives it back to Morales. Mid-range jumper from Morales. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And
well,
Morales, as you mentioned, Joe, has the hot hand.
Let's stay with what's working. You might say this is unexpected, David, but you know what? We'll take it.
And John Jay gets their first opportunity at the line here as Lattimore was fouled on her way going up underneath the basket, and it's going to be a timeout for Coach Catrozos, 30 seconds as he wants to talk things over. A little bit sloppy on both ends. The ball's still finding the bottom of the net, though, for the Bearcats.
David, if I'm Coach K, I'm concerned that this 8 points is a question of Baruch, not being in good defensive position and defending. John Jay had some easy baskets, literally coupled with they're on the foul line now. Offensively, Baruch without Brianna Lopez as the traditional point guard is kind of like just being there, and they don't have a purpose. I like when Lopez comes in and gives them a purpose. She directs the passes right now. So who's going to maybe step up and be, a facilitator, if you will?
Right now, DeLuca is that person. She already has 4 assists here in the first quarter.
Well, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for, if one person's not doing it, David, the next person's got to step up because, it's CUNY play now. We want to emphasize that.
Lattimore 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She's only a 69% free throw shooter on the season. As now the 3 from DeLuca on the far side. Nope, correction. That's going to be a 2, and that gives the Bearcats a 4-point lead.
Well, that's what DeLuca brings. She brings the hustle, and she can shoot. Really, on all levels, she can play. Again, point in the paint.
And how are you going to stop her as Lattimore now has 8 of the first 10 for John Jay?
Well, David, to your point, Baruch's going to have to deny the entry pass into her.
And they're going to call too many steps on Castellari. I thought it was a foul on the double team.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes the calls, David, elude me.
Well, it was weird. On that play, it looks like the ref underneath may have called a foul. The ref on the near side, who probably had the better position, to be fair, did call the travel. So now it's Jones, gives it out on the far side. Gets it back. Crossover, almost loses it.
Now Baruch is going to look in the middle because John Jay is trying to do work in the lane.
3 there by Minnick, barely grazes the iron. And it's quickly the Bearcats the other way. Now to Morales underneath, gets her own rebound, though, after the missed shot. Just a bit short. They're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to go back to John Jay.
Well, I think what Morales has to do, if she gets doubled, she's going to not stop her dribble, and just pass it out.
Yep, too many steps as Gullen didn't put the ball on the deck, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
This is the point of game, David, 12-10 favor Baruch, where they have to separate themselves from John Jay. You know, we've danced around. Now offensively, Baruch has to become efficient.
Nice move there by Morales. Ooh, couldn't finish, though, after the nice pump fake got Gollin out.
She did everything but finish.
Ooh, awkward shot there by Minnick, able to get the floater to go.
Well,
just like that, we're tied at 12.
She had her eyes closed on that, but that's another story.
Castellare, too strong on her way to the basket. First time she's gotten a clean look.
Well, the Bearcats will have the shots if they want. They have to finish.
Gullin doesn't hit on the layup, and end-to-end action here as Castellare trying to find DeLuca underneath. Kicks it outside. Ball swung around the perimeter. Ideer going to walk into a three. Shot off left iron. No good. Jones pulls down the rebound for the Bloodhounds. Trying to go up full court pass. It's DeLuca on the interception.
Baruch has got numbers.
Castellare, far side three. That's a bit short. Both teams have gone cold here in the last couple of minutes. Bloodhounds right to the basket. Can't finish. Too strong was Richardson, and it's going to be Thornton Lewis to walk it up for Baruch.
David, the Bearcats have not been to the foul line. That's something they have to really include in their plan.
DeLuca's three just a bit strong.
Yeah, both teams are kind of not in rhythm.
And Minnick fouled on the way through, and that'll send her to the line to shoot two.
Well, that was just out of position defense. Well, Brianna Lopez enters the game, and every time that occurs, we see floor leadership, and she can get to the basket herself. McCray and Mitchell have really had a great career of doing, you know, the dirty work, so to speak, down low for the Bearcats.
And Minnick goes 1 of 2 from the line. It's 13-12. Bearcats trail.
Well, the Lady Bearcats have to get to the foul line now. They're making it difficult for themselves.
Lopez has it up top, gives it off to McCray. McCray covered by Lattimore, who just checked back into the game. Now over to Mitchell. Ideer pops out on the far side. Richardson all over her. Now to McCray, over to DeLuca. That pass is intercepted. Ideer trying to chase down Jones, who can't finish. However, Richardson on the offensive glass and lays it back in.
That just is carelessness with the ball. You have your point guard is in the game now.
Ooh, nice dribble there by Jones behind the back. Gives it off to Richardson. Richardson trying to go, lays it in, can't finish. And it's going to go off Gullin last, then back to John Jay. And really, Morales off the floor, Joe, really where the point's going to come for the Bearcats.
There is confusion. John Jay has the momentum now, even though they're missing shots. They are really feeling confident in their body language and their execution. That's another turnover. I know it's a jump ball, but
they'll get it right back here as Castellari gets their quick rest coming back into the game. DeLuca will come to the bench.
Somebody from the Lady Bearcats has to emerge now and go on a little run like Mia Castillo used to do. Well, again, that was the turnovers are mounting for the Lady Bearcats here in the first period.
And Morales back into the game. Baruch trail by 3, coming in on a minute remaining here in the first.
Yeah, it's been a strange first period.
It's been end to end, but it's been sloppy.
Right.
Now Jones, nope, she hop stepped before she banked in a 3. You don't see that too often. Out of the way, the basket won't count. It's going to go back to Baruch.
David, that's a good sign that the Bearcats escaped a 3.
Entry pass into Morales. Inside jumper, no good. Shot, gets her own rebound, can't finish on the putback. And now it's Mitchell on the floor. They're going to call a jump ball, and that's going to save the possession here for the Bloodhounds as it'll be a turnover for the Bearcats.
David, Baruch in the post has had numerous attempts, and they've fallen short. You know, that's going to come back possibly to haunt you.
Richardson, high arcing three, off front iron, no good. Lopez comes up for the rebound. Baruch can hold for the final shot, 22-21. Make it 20 seconds remaining here in the first. Travel on Idea. That's going to go back to the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, the Lady Bearcats are at a sort. I think it's going to take a talking to from Coach K to kind of get them in a rhythm. And, David, all they need is 1 or 2 plays to get them going, not 3 or 4 or 5.
Well, it's their 11th turnover here in the first quarter as the mid-range jumper there by Simons is good. And
that was uncontested, Dave.
Now Idea trying to battle through some contact. Can't get it into the front court either way. That'll do it for the first quarter. Baruch go into the first quarter break trailing by 5. It's 17-12. It is Alumni Day here on the campus of Baruch College. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
David, if I can, I just want to kind of, mention some of our illustrious alumni, beginning with the iconic legend Bert Beagle, who was an incredible figure here at Baruch, set a record for games where he was in statistician. He was noted in New York Times in a big article. He is one of the all-time legendary Baruch people. Dr. Ng was the great athletic director here for years. We want to mention Ray Rankus. We're going to talk about him a lot today. The legendary coach, 419 career wins. May rest in peace. Leaves his impact on the basketball program and Baruch in general. So we'll be talking about that throughout the day, being Alumni Day, Baruch Nation.
And it's almost take for granted that you've had only 2 head coaches in the last 30 years here at the Arc Arena, with Coach Alisi then following up Coach Rankus.
Well, Tamar Fareed is a homegrown product as well, David. So Coach K is a homegrown product on the
Wow,
women's
what a play there by Lopez, hitting the deck and finishing with the right hand.
Well, that's maybe what you need to get the team going, David. Don't get it back in one possession. Now, what's happening is right out of the gate, Baruch showing some defensive pressure, causing the turnover, plus a great offensive play by Lopez. So this is the thing that gets you back in.
Lopez has it on the far side wing.
Right.
Inside, Castellari gets that poked away, and that'll stay right there for the Bearcats.
Now, like you said earlier, Isabella's getting double teamed. Somebody's got to yell and cut to the lane. That person's going to be open.
Credit to John Jay. It's been effective as it goes right off the hands of Lola Idea and out of bounds here on the near side.
Well, it's another turnover. And David, Coach K, not going to be happy in his halftime address.
12th turnover here in the first half. They had 11 in the first quarter. As we going over to Richardson on the near side. DeLuca playing aggressive defense. Mitchell now outside on Simons. Now Richardson comes on the near side. And ball in the lane, batted a few times. However, it's run down there by the Bloodhounds. Ball swung on the near side perimeter. Mid-range jumper by Simons. Barely grazes the near side iron. And it's Morales quickly the other way now into the front court. Hands it off to Castellari. She's fouled on the way up. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, once again, great pass, great catch. Morales to Castellari. And the beautiful thing is, David, that the makings are there for Baruch to really take over this game. But they just have to get that mindset going collectively. Well, quickly, it's a 1-point deficit for the Lady Bearcats, and they do have the momentum early on here in the second.
Richardson, long 3, shot off back iron, no good. Ball still loose on the deck. It's finally Lattimore who comes down with it. Mid-range jumper by Simon. She can't buy a bucket right now from the near side. And now Lopez comes out of the pack with it into the front court for the Bearcats. Crockett was nipping at her heels. Oh, almost a dangerous
Now,
pass
there's
there
going
by
to be a
Lopez.
double team on Isabella.
Morales on the elbow, looking for options, hands it off to Lopez. Lopez, nope, they're going to say a 3-second violation, and it's going to go back to the Bloodhounds.
Well, that looked like that might amount to something good because there was movement.
Gullen looking for options. Baruch now in the 2-3 zone. Simons, cross-court pass. Gullen on the near side. She'll pull a 3. Off short, off the left iron here. It's going to go out of bounds and back to the Bearcats.
Well, John Jay's shooting percentage is, not good.
They're 1 of 7 in their last 7, 0 for 5 from 3.
Colder down here than it is outside for John Jay.
Credit the Bearcats' defense is now it's DeLuca on the free throw line. Gives it off to Lopez, up to Castellare up top. Castellare, deep 2. That's no good. Mitchell going to run down that rebound, though. Mitchell trying to give it inside. Ooh, dangerous entry pass.
That's not going to happen. Sorry, Dave. That's not going to happen. Baruch has got to take care of the ball.
Castellare fouled on the way up. Let's see. I think they're going to call this one on the floor, though, so it's going to be Baruch's ball underneath.
If Isabella puts the ball on the floor, I don't think John Jay has an answer for her. If she can, kind of maneuver, she'll get either a basket or she'll go to the line often.
And Castellare gives it into McCray. Lopez cuts through, gets the ball on the post, looking for options. Now to Morales, ball swung around the perimeter. DeLuca going to step into a 3, shot just a bit short, no good off backboard. And now it's the other way with Minnick, and now over near side. Looking for options is Bascone's. Ball swung around the perimeter for the Bloodhounds. Simons over to Minnick. Bascone's calling for it inside, gets it inside, a little inside out with the zone. 3 there by Crockett is no good. Long rebound, no one's able to get to it. It's Morales still on the ball, still on the floor. Now Simons picks it up. Entry pass inside to Crockett. Jump. It looks like a jump hook, jump push out. Either way was no good.
Well, the fact that Baruch got second and third opportunity. I'm sorry, John Jay got second and third opportunity is not good.
Castellare inside. Double team doesn't come. Castellare can't hit though, and it's Lattimore.
Well, the shots are there for her. 1-on-1. There was no double team.
Minnick, goes right to the lane. Ball all the way around and out. No good. It's Lattimore to clean things up underneath.
David, wasn't there a former Baruch player named Minnick? Same last name?
Yeah, Dylan Minnick on the men's team last year. So now it's Lopez looking for options. They're trying to force it to Castellare on the post. McCray, high arcing shot, too strong. Able to rush right in. They'll get her own rebound and finish off the glass.
Well, McCray has been a standout as of late.
She's limping back down the court. I wonder if she tweaked something on the way through there. A shot no good. Ball batted out. And it's going to stay there with the Bloodhounds.
David, I believe she's got a knee issue. The left knee is bandaged, and that could be an issue. But she is such a important player for the Lady Bearcats. She does a little bit of everything.
Now Jones has it on the far side. And rebounded there by Morales. Bearcats quickly come the other way with Lopez underneath. Nice find there, Morales to Castellare, who lays it in, and Baruch have their first lead since early in the first.
Morales is putting on a passing clinic in the post this year.
And Minnick gets her own rebound, can't finish, but she'll go to the line as she was fouled on the way back up.
Well, the ball is finding John Jay, and Baruch has got to correct that. But I'm telling you, Dave, what a game that Morales has had in this first half. Well, Baruch again find themselves down by 1, and I'm still waiting for a couple of plays to, get them going.
Bearcats' two leading scorers, Castellarier and Idir, combining for 6 points on 2 of 10 from the field so far. And they're going to call another 3 seconds here. Let's see who that's on.
Well, what you have to do is you got to screen and go, move. And that was a lot of standing around.
And Coach Katrozos wants to talk things over with 4:50 remaining. Baruch trailed by 1.
Also, a couple alumni shout-outs, David. Alex Arena, Carmelo. We see Mr. Baccarella, Angela's father. Angela and Mia Castillo are here today, David, in the stands. Again, what careers they all have. Mia played professional basketball in Puerto Rico this past season and looking for big things for her also in the workforce.
And Baruch trying to make it a happy day here at the Arc Arena for Alumni Day, as it'll be Bloodhounds ball. They'll walk it up. They lead by 1, a little bit more than halfway gone here in the second quarter. Idir's back into the game. Richardson now near side 3, and she rattles that one home. She's been looking for that shot all afternoon, Joe, and she finally hits one.
David, you know how I am when players set their feet. That just can't happen.
Castellari, couldn't get that one. I go hit all sides of the rim, and it rolls out.
Well, Idir's in the game. We got to get her some touches.
Castellari pokes it away. Didn't know where it was. It was behind her. She's able to pick it up, though. And Baruch able to get it into the front court with Idir. Idir's going to pull a far side 3, and she gets that one to go. That's her first bucket, and very timely as the Bearcats needed that one.
That's going to ignite some optimism here.
And answers on the other end is number 12, Simons.
Well, back and forth is not a good formula.
And McCray travels underneath, and it's going to go back to the Bloodhounds.
Well, McCray was one-on-one. She just, traveled. That was a good offensive possession for the Bearcats. Well, right now, John Jay is feeling good about themselves, David, and Baruch has got to correct that defensively.
And it's going to be a travel there on Simons, and it's going to go the other way.
Number 12, take that number 10. Precious Mitchell back in Baruch's line.
McCray coming to the bench as Mitchell checks back into the ball game.
Yeah, McCray seems to be bothered by the left knee.
And she's quickly over to the training staff here as, blocked there by Jones on DeLuca. Jones having a strong defensive game here in the first half. Already has 3 steals, and that's her first block.
Well, John Jay not playing like a 1-6 team.
And an errant pass there by Idir right into the waiting hands of Richardson. And that's going to be Baruch's 17th turnover here in the first half. Richardson pulls, shot no good. Mitchell on the rebound, and DeLuca the other way. Up ahead, Castellari. Errant pass, make that 18 turnovers, and it's going to be Bloodhounds ball.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong, Dave. Baruch seems to be rushed. And in this game, they're at home. It's Alumni Day, big day, a lot of emotion, but you just got to play ball.
Hard hit there, as they're going to call Mitchell on the block.
Yeah, Mitchell really didn't have good position.
Number 10, Precious Mitchell. Mitchell's first personal foul. They've got 17 fouls. Alexis Jones, 2 shots.
You're talking about a team in Baruch that averages 23 turnovers a game. Obviously just a bit high, but we're already talking about 18 here in the first half.
Yeah, that's been since the jump ball. Baruch has been out of sort.
As Jones knocks down the free throws, it's 29-23.
Now
the largest lead of the game here for the Bloodhounds.
David, excuse me. You want to get this back in one possession. Something good that happens, and you build on that.
Quick 5-0 run here for John Jay. Inside to Castellari. She's quickly doubled in the block. We've seen it all game. Looking for options. Gets that ripped away from her. Simons has it.
Well, the moment she puts it on the floor, they just swarm on her. and she can't do anything.
I mean, the game plan has definitely been, as Simons goes to the basket and he gets fouled on the way through, the game plan has been, Joe, if Castellari gets it inside the paint, throw bodies at her, and it's been working.
Right. Now, Morales gave us some good offensive play early. She's got to return to that.
The thing with Castellari is, granted, they're, like we said, going after her in the paint, but she's not getting that outside shot to fall. So when you take away her ability to score inside and she's not hitting the outside shot, it really reduces her effectiveness.
Here's my answer. If Isabella is not the option, guess what? DeLuca and Idea from the outside have shown that they could be the next man up, so to speak.
And Morales inside, trying to force her way through. Shot off left iron, no good. And it's Richardson on the rebound. Up ahead to Simons. Think Richardson almost threw it away. Nice save there by Simons on the far side. Simons pulls a three. Shot way short. Maybe grazed the iron. I think it might just hit backboard. And rebounded there by number 24, Mandy Lynn, who just checked into the game. Freshman getting some end of the first half minutes. Idea now to DeLuca. DeLuca high arcing three, way too long.
Well, she was wide open.
And it goes off of Jones last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. A couple of times on the leak out, Joe, we've seen for the Bloodhounds, just a little too aggressive, getting that pass just a little too far down court.
Well, they want to run. There's no doubt about it. What is it?
So, minute 40 remain. Baruch trying to cut the 8-point deficit. Now Idea. Morales looking for options. Gives it up Thornton Lewis. Straight on three. Shot a bit too strong. Hits the stanchion and go out.
Thornton Lewis can knock that down, David. We've forgotten about her. We haven't really talked about her in a while. But she's really a threat, particularly from the three.
And don't forget, at halftime of the women's basketball game, we're going to enjoy a special performance by the cheer team from the Academy of the City Charter School.
Oh, wow. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, special thanks to Coach Michael Katrozos and the Dean at the Academy of the City Charter School for collaborating and making this happen today. As it'll be Morales inside, takes too many steps. So we'll head right to that when we get to halftime, and we'll be back at the beginning of the second half to preview second half action. But we still have 58 seconds remaining here in the first.
Well, Baruch has got to really go into the locker room feeling something positive. It's been a weird first and second period. Wow. John Jay, great entry pass, great catch, and a great finish. Coach K's got to talk a lot about something that's been occurring a lot in his first half. Execution by John Jay.
And another 3-second violation. I don't even know if we've seen 1 3-second all season. We've seen
John, we've seen more 3 seconds. I'm sorry, David. We've seen more 3 seconds in about 4 years today.
As Jones now into the lane. They're going to call foul on the floor. That's going to be the Baruch's 4th team foul, so they still have that was their foul to give.
You know what? I think the double team of Isabella has bothered the whole Baruch attack.
Shot no good. Morales bats it out. Now it's over to Jones here on the near side. Bloodhounds can hold for the final possession.
Loose balls are finding John Jay all game.
Morales comes away with the rebound, though, after the miss by Crockett. Morales right into the lane. It's going to be a blocking foul. That's going to send Morales to the line to shoot 2 with 3.2 remaining.
I like the fact that Morales took it upon herself to get that done. I don't think John Jay has an answer for Morales at this point.
Morales off on the first.
We have to mention that Nicole, we miss you today. Hope you're doing well. A big part of the Baruch attack. Well, if that would have gone in, David, I'm leaving.
So Baruch going into the break down by 9 really just we'll come back in just a moment and preview the second half. But like I said, we do have a special halftime performance from the cheer team from the Academy of the City Charter School.
Well, David, if I could briefly give you my thoughts on the first two periods. Turnovers, confusion, and defense that really needs to tighten up because John Jay just came out and did whatever they wanted to do, and that's why you have a 33-24 game, John Jay in the lead.
And we'll step aside and let you enjoy the performance. You're watching Baruch Basketball YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Hello? David, do I have... Hello? Hello? Hello, Baruch Nation. We got a couple of minutes here, but being Alumni Day, we can't say alumni without Gary Ciano, one of the iconic, legendary figures here. Played for Baruch under our guy, Ray Rankus, the legend. Currently an assistant to Tamara Fareed. So it's all family. And Gary, welcome. And,
Coach.
You being my dearest friend, but also my rival, because you're coaching the alumni game, and you already started talking trash. So, welcome. And just tell us.
So a few things, though. I think legendary is a little bit of a stretch here.
Well, with maybe a small L instead of a capital L.
Fair enough.
Right.
I will not be coaching against you. I am going to suit up. I'm hoping.
Oh, you are going to. I got that.
I am going to suit up. I'm going to go from top of the key to top of the key.
Whoa, who is coaching against me? Do you know?
To be determined, but there may be a special guest from the past. Well, we shall see if he's able to make it.
Wow.
It's always a good day, Alumni Day. Turnout hasn't been the greatest over the last couple of years, but we're hoping today is a big turnout. But more importantly, it's our game against John Jay that we need to worry about today.
Well, it starts with Coach Rankus, Billing, people like that, and just talk about the tradition that Coach Rankus, put into place, which now Coach Fareed, prior to that, the very successful John Alisi. So talk about the beginnings, and then we'll come to the present.
Well, I mean, when you talk about the beginnings, there's a name that's been around the program a long time, Jim Barrett, who's down in Florida.
Right.
He's been instrumental, and he was here long before me. He would often talk about his time playing at the Armory and how it was so cold that even the guys from Oneonta would have coats on. Listen, there was a time when I got here in 1991, we were not very good. We were still playing at Xavier High School. We didn't have this beautiful facility here at the Arc, and it was a struggle. Dr. Rang, the athletic director at the time, persevered with Coach Rankus, and slowly we built. Things were built up, and it helped to get some good players in, and then slowly but surely, it kind of grew. And the last, I'll say, 25, 30 years, it's a standard of excellence here with good players, good people, high academic, and guys that are successful off the court.
Absolutely.
And I'm just happy to be part of it.
Well, let me ask you, what personally did Coach Rankus instill in you? Everybody's going to have a Coach Rankus story.
There's a lot of, you know what it is, just the way he treated people and how he understood that everybody worked a little bit differently, and the way that he could talk to me would be different than the way he would talk to you, because he knew what would work.
Right.
I certainly saw, and I learned a lot of this stuff after the fact, just saw how he would talk, even like when I played, I had I had some fantastic teammates. And particularly Sean McGee, who was probably one of the greatest players in the history here.
Absolutely.
But if Ray could yell at him, then it allowed him to yell at everybody else. And again, I learned this after the fact. He would kind of give Sean a signal to say, "I'm going to ride you hard here with what I'm going to say, but I need it to get the message to get through to other people." So it's a management style that.
Yeah. But wasn't it great that Coach Rankus was your coach on the court, but off the court you can go have a hamburger with him, and you can go to 2nd Avenue Deli and just talk about.
But he was like that with everybody, and he had great relationships with people. Listen, he's sorely missed, but his legacy certainly lives on here for sure.
Well, Coach Fareed wakes up in the morning for the tradition, goes to sleep at night. We can't ask for a better coach running the basketball program. Coach K, of course, on the women's side.
Again, another teammate of mine, and overall good guy.
And
good
basically,
person.
Gary, the tradition is in great shape now. And
It was always in great shape, and Tamara's just continuing what's happened in the past. And
yeah.
This year's the record doesn't necessarily reflect it. We're 5-9 right now on the men's side,
but it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress, and there's a lot of good pieces here, and we're not playing our best basketball yet. And I'm hoping that in about a month or so that we are, because listen, we need to be really good for that 1 week in February.
Yeah, well, Gary, we're excited watching your team, the guys and everybody, and it's an honor to call you a friend. But more importantly, you guys get it. In this world, people who get it, make other people better, and let's continue to rock.
We're going to try our best.
My
Coach,
friend,
good to see you.
Can't wait to see you on the court real soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
Welcome back to the Arc Arena. We are moments away from second half action here in the women's game between the Bloodhounds of John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. It is Alumni Day here on the campus of Baruch. The men's game will tip off at 4 p.m. But, Joe, a lot of sloppiness here in the first half from the Bearcats. 21 turnovers and leading to 8 extra shots on the offensive end for John Jay. Really, it comes down to how can Baruch eliminate some of these mistakes.
Hopefully in the locker room, Baruch had a chance to take a deep breath and get their mind in a different place. And you know what, David? In a perfect world, you play a perfect game, but that's not always happening. What they have to do now is forget the first two periods, come out 0-0, and really take over the game. Offensively and defensively, they're capable. John Jay's 1-6, remember. So they're just happy to be here.
But they're taking advantage of those Bearcat mistakes. They're
right.
17 points off of turnovers, only 5 points off of turnovers for the Bearcats.
That's why coaches either lose their hair or get gray hair for the things you just mentioned.
Lucky for Coach Katrozos.
Right. His beard is still black.
Yeah.
Basically. Anyway, but we really want to see what these Lady Bearcats are capable of doing. From Isabella to Morales to DeLuca, it's their idea. Short memory, David.
And also one other talking point, Joe, here to look for in the second half. We see Precious Mitchell starting here in the second half. That means McCray coming out of that lineup. We did see McCray look like she tweaked her knee, so something to just be mindful of as we go here into the second half.
Well, David, to your point, they're very similar in work ethic. And let's see if Mitchell can actually really contribute here.
That's fair. I think Coach Katrozos has also been playing. Oh, nice. Oh, I thought it was a block from behind, but it's Lattimore foul. But Coach Katrozos has been playing Mitchell with McCray for part of the first half.
That's a dynamic duo. That's really effective. Well, Lattimore, you just can't let her get the ball. Do everything possible to deny, to position.
Lattimore can't hit the free throw, so a 9-point game, 33-24. As DeLuca over to Castiolari, Aaron pass, and it's stolen there. I believe that was Minnick on the far side. It is, and she can't finish with a left-handed layup. So Baruch maybe getting a fortunate break there after the sloppy play here
Well,
on the offensive end.
Morales came out in the first period, really set the tone. I think they need to go to her again or let her.
Lattimore just rips it away. And layup in the lane by...
Well, that happened early on in the first half, and that just can't happen. You know, you got to try, David.
Entry pass into Castellari. Offensive foul, and it's going to go back to the Bloodhounds.
Well, I know the Golden Globes were the other night, but come on, Lattimore. You know, that's a little bit of acting, but she got it her way.
Now Simons over to Minnick. Pull-up jumper from the baseline. That was number 5, Brian Bascones.
Well, you know, John Jay just effective at whatever they want to do.
Jumper there from DeLuca, no good. And Lattimore comes down with the rebound. The lead for the Bloodhounds stretching here to 13.
Idea has not gotten a touch.
She does there. She forces the jump ball, and that's going to cause a turnover, go back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, you got to get your key players going. Whether it's Isabella, whether it's Morales, whether it's Idea. Castellari really could take over the game, but you know what? John Jay has had an answer for her today.
And Morales had a strong start to the game, 4 for 6. She's missed her last 3 shots, though. Has another turnover there by the Bearcats. More similar to what we saw in the first half, Joe, with Baruch just turning it over.
The turnovers just make it twice as hard for you. The fact that John Jay went to the foul line. David, Baruch am I wrong? Have they not shot a free throw today?
They've had 5 attempts at the line.
Well, they're not memorable. One of the recipes for success is taking those free throws.
And the lead has extended to 15 points. It's a 6-0 run to start the half. It's also a 20-4 run in the last 7 minutes and 26 seconds. Baruch really struggling, going 1 of 7 from their last 7 from the field and 1 of 10 from 3 on the afternoon.
I think there's 2 answers here. Morales has got to really go to work like she can and did. And Isabella has got to just go to work. She's a capable offensive player to create her own shot. And if not those 2, it's a question of who could step up. I think DeLuca can really be somebody that can knight something. Lopez off the bench, Coach K chooses to go to her, usually brings some energy in. McCray is now back in the game.
It's good to see.
And when McCray plays, good things happen. Now, this is a deficit that I don't think Coach K or the Lady Bearcats expected. So you got to keep it mentally solid.
Idea hands it off to McCray underneath, who's able to finish off iron.
Well, she's limping, but she's also getting it done.
Simons into the lane with the left hand. Aaron shot, and that's going to go out of bounds back to the Bearcats.
I give a lot of credit to McCray. You can see she's visibly limping, but she's playing as she always does.
McCray free throw line jumper, back-to-back buckets since she's coming to the ball game.
Well, this is what you need. Can't can't get it back in one play. You got to have a series of positive things.
Inside out, Minnick 3, around and out, no good. Now Idea on the rebound.
Now momentum shifting.
And it's going to be a travel on Morales, and it's going to go back to the Bloodhounds.
Well, if Morales would have spun, which she does, she could have freed herself.
And now Jones into the front court. Lattimore, free throw line jumper. She gets that one to go. Lattimore, 7 of 8 now from the field. 14 points and 8 rebounds in 17 minutes of action.
Yeah. Baruch is,
They just don't have an answer right now, Joe.
well, again, the only answer, David, is to deny. As soon as she puts the ball down, you just got to go for the swipe.
And don't forget, this is the first game of your doubleheader here at the Arc Arena. We will have the alumni game in between these two games, as we'll see. Joe, I think you're coaching one of the teams here this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back in the win column, David. I was 3-0, and then Gary Ciano just stayed up 24 hours to find a way to beat me.
That's called a good prep. I hope you did the same.
Well, I've looked at, like, I watched Hoosiers last night.
Read the scouting reports?
Yeah, I watched a little John Wooden.
There you go.
Pyramids of Success, and I really 69-70 Knicks. I watched some tapes of that, so I'm feeling good.
I guess we'll find out. We'll find out during the men's game how all that prep turned out.
Well, I might not be happy at the food part if I suffer my second loss.
So it'll be the Bloodhounds to inbound underneath the basket. Into Lattimore. Good denial there from Castellari. Lattimore throws it into the bench. And just like that, Baruch forcing a turnover. Baruch need a little bit of a run going, Joe.
Well,
and they've got something building.
They did have a run. I'm going to still look for McCray because I don't think Lattimore's even guarding McCray, David.
And Idir knocks down a big three, and just like that, we're back to 8 points.
Well, notice the swing started by McCray.
Jones bounce pass near side. Richardson open for the three, trying to answer. Long rebound into the waiting hands of Castellari.
Now she's got the green light.
Castellari quickly doubled. We haven't seen it too much outside of the paint, but right as she crossed half mid-court, she got the double team.
Well, I hope Coach K in the halftime speech may have said, listen, if Isabella gets doubled, somebody yell and go.
So a 30-second timeout for Coach Linda Day, who in her 10th season as Bloodhound coach wants to talk things over. 5:57 remaining. Baruch have clawed all the way back, pun intended, as they have a 5-0 run in the last minute, 9-2 run over the last 2 minutes. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
David, just a quick alumni mention. Mike Etkin was a pitcher on the baseball team under Coach Torres. He went on to play in the Israeli Pro League and actually put up some good numbers. So, some alumni athletically have gone on to possibly play at the next level.
Idir, free throw line jumper. Shot strong, no good. Now Richardson the other way here on the near side. She's double teamed. Baruch in the 2-3 zone. That's going to be a travel against Jones, and that'll give it back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, she needed an easy pass for that move. Well, it's an 8-point deficit for the Lady Bearcats, but it's certainly manageable. Should be no concern. They need to execute.
Jeb step mid-range jumper. Shot no good.
Tell you, if McCray was 100%, she would have had that offensive rebound.
And Morales rips down the rebound. Jones off on the layup. Now up ahead to
DeLuca's
Castellari.
open.
Castellari able to knock down the mid-range jumper, and just like that, it's a 6-point game.
Yeah. This is a different Baruch team in the second half.
Minnick, three, no good. Lattimore on the rebound, able to finish off the glass. And Joe, when she catches it right there, there's no stopping her.
I'll tell you, the ball literally fell into her hands.
Nice spin move by DeLuca. Good catch and spin. Working against Jones on the inside. It's end-to-end action here at the Arc Arena.
DeLuca's no longer a freshman. She's a sophomore at this point of the year.
And Lattimore finally misses a shot. That's only her second miss of the afternoon. Up ahead, dangerous pass to Morales, and you just don't need that right there when you're trying to continue to claw back into the ballgame.
Well, David, that's the problem, not having that traditional point guard to get the ball and set things up.
And tips it right ahead to Idea. Turnover here, forced by the Bearcats.
She's got to
Castiel-Laria
go.
going right into the basket. Oh, offensive foul. And it's going to be, let's see who that was. It's going to be number 5, Bascones, underneath taking the charge.
David, I'm not so sure about that because Bascones was, riding on Castellaria. Not sure about that, but Baruch has to play on now, okay? Something doesn't go your way, keep your head strong and focused.
John Jay's gone cold. 1 of 6 of their last 6 as now Simon shot no good, but she's able to get her own rebound. She's fouled on the way up and will go to the line to shoot 2. Let's see who it's on. Yep, the foul there is going to be on number 12. That's McCray. That's going to be her second. Simon's a good free throw shooter, shooting around 72% from the free throw line. And can't hit the second.
Well,
so it's a 7-point game.
Thank you for saying that, David. Usually works out.
Now Castiel-Laria looking for options. Has Idea on the far side, inside to McCray. McCray, wild shot. Can't get that one to go.
It was there. It was a good left hand.
Felt a bit rushed once she caught it. Yep, slid the pivot is going. And that's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, David, this is how you win championships. Things haven't been going your way, but you didn't fold. You kind of got your head right, took a deep breath, and you played on. Right now, Baruch is in this game, and 1 or 2 plays, and they're back in officially.
Entry pass inside. Oh, couldn't finish.
Well, that was a big miss because that would have been a momentum changer.
Now Gullen into the lane. Floater off the glass is good. And just like that, it's back to 9, 46-37.
Well, there was just no defense at all.
Castiel-Laria brings it into the front court, looking for options. Ooh, McCray takes her eyes off it, almost lost it. Now it's up top to DeLuca. A little aggressive was Crockett. DeLuca's mid-range shot, no good. It's going to be McCray on the rebound, inside out. Castiel-Laria straight on 3 shot, too short, and rebounded there by the Bloodhounds. They're going Baruch starting to cool off from that hot
David,
streak.
you had 3 good shots.
Now Mitchell looking for options, tries to give it over to Castiel-Laria. And it's going to be a turnover and a foul there on Mitchell as Richardson comes away with it, and it'll go back to the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, David, in sports they call this a trap game. John Jay by record 1-6. We don't want to say this game is over, but Baruch really has to come back because it's CUNY play. And I believe in the Lady Bearcats this year. They have great depth. And you just want to see them turn a negative into a positive because then it's going to carry over. Because, David, every game now in CUNY is kind of like 2 days away.
Yeah, they'll play again on Wednesday night here at the Arc Arena against CCNY. So if you're in the city and able to stop by, it's women's games at 5:30, men's games at 7:30. And as always, admission is free.
Yeah. From here on in, you're really playing for what you worked on your game in the summer for and your non-conference.
And a mid-range jumper there by Idea is no good. And, Joe, after that 8-0 run, Baruch now have been held scoreless in a little over about 2.5 minutes.
Well, remember what started the game well? Morales. Morales has really been lost in things. Lopez was a great move.
Able to finish with the left hand on the scoop layup.
It's a great crossover.
Now Richardson, open 3 on the far side. No good. However, offensive rebound there by Bascones. And Baruch almost turning it over. And they may have. Yep, they did. Simon's now up ahead. Up to Crockett, who lays it in.
Referee kind of missed one there. Coach K is livid.
Now Lopez inside. She's fouled on the way through. And we'll go to line to lay it in.
Well, Coach K is trying to get a spark in the Lady Bearcats right now. Luckily, David, this is a manageable comeback.
As Lopez knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, it's all good now. You know, Baruch, again, has caused some problems, which has caused this deficit, but it's all correctable.
Now it's Gullen on the near side to Richardson. Another 3-second violation. This time, for the first time, it's on the Bloodhounds. And it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Like we keep saying, it only takes 1 or 2 plays to turn this around. So Morales has had a great game, kind of missed an easy one. Those are the shots going forward she's got to make.
Now Gullen into the front court. Ball swung around the perimeter. Up top. Going to pull the 3. That's Crockett who knocks it down from straight on. That was a big basket.
Well, that was a Steph Curry-like shot.
Nadir dribbles it off her leg as Minnick comes away with it and able to lay it in off the glass.
Yeah. John Jay just has done whatever they wanted offensively and defensively today.
Lopez into the lane, high off the glass, no good. Ball still loose. Castellari, she looks like she might have gotten fouled. She hits the deck, and it gets to Morales, who lays it in off the glass.
Well, with the final 35 seconds, Baruch desperately needs a stop.
And Richardson pulls the 3 way too long. That's going to go out of bounds, and Baruch can hold for the final shot. They trail by 12, 55-43.
Yeah, I would go to the basket at the 10-second mark of this possession and get a quality shot.
It's Lopez. She turns it over, though, and now it's Minnick the other way. She's trying to go coast to coast with the right hand. Can't finish. She's fouled on the way through and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong on that play.
And a minute, 2 shots.
That's 57-43. 10 seconds left here in the third. Lopez crossover move right into the lane. Can't finish. Ball's right into the hands of Lattimore. She almost throws it away. It's saved. However, that'll do it for the end of the third.
Well, Lopez just dribbled a little too deep under the basket to have a good shot. Well, 57-43 going into the fourth period. Baruch has really got to try and figure out how they can have a good fourth quarter. That's what we're talking about.
So we're moments away from fourth quarter action. Just a reminder, at 4 p.m., the men will tip off against John Jay as Baruch trying to win here on Alumni Day.
John Jay Baruch, David, has been heavyweight fights, men's-wise. Man, we've had some classic CUNY battles, whether it's Lehman, whether it's John Jay, whether it's York, and especially Brooklyn, right?
Now entry pass inside to Minnick. Has Crockett near side. She hit a 3 moments ago. Entry pass denied, though, trying to find Lattimore underneath. Good active hands by Morales.
Well, that needed to happen early on.
And Baruch are going to start needing to trade stops for baskets. And now Crockett thinks about the 3, gives it off to Minnick into the lane. Now to Lattimore. Lattimore cross-court pass. That one was almost stolen by DeLuca.
Now, David, remember, the clock is running. Baruch has really got to have good defensive and offensive possessions to come back.
Now Idea the other way, over to DeLuca. DeLuca going to pull a far side three. Shot too short, no good. And it's rebounded there by Richardson.
David, a lot of Baruch shots today have fallen short.
There, wild shot there by Minnick underneath. That's no good, but Baruch almost turned it right back over. And now it's Idea over to Lopez here on the near side. Lopez going to go downhill, going right into the key, pulls it back here on the near side. Morales thinks about the shot, handoff to Idea. She's going to pull a three. Desperately needed that one to go, and that cuts the lead to 11.
We haven't mentioned her name a lot today. Normally she's right in the mix of things.
And that's just too easy inside for Lattimore.
Well, Baruch has got to play harder than ever right now in the last 8:30 because they can't leave this court feeling kind of not good about themselves, David. Right now, this is psychology now. Forget the scoreboard. It's where you are mentally because we keep saying the next game is right there.
So Lopez knocks down the first, 59-47, a little bit more than a minute and a half gone here in the fourth.
Plenty of time, David. Defense has really got to be at a high level now. Can't let Lattimore get touches and baskets.
Ooh, almost a dangerous pass there by Richardson. However, Lattimore able to run it down, Joe. That's where you want her to catch the ball anyway, so that works out well.
Well, now if she makes a three, I'm leaving the facility.
Ooh, and Morales fouled underneath. That is going to be on Lattimore as Morales hit the deck hard.
Well, Morales just plays from beginning to end. It's really great to see her play at the level she is. Of course, McCray, Mitchell, DeLuca, all those energy players.
So now Lopez on the near side wing. Crossover move into the lane. Shot a bit too strong.
Well,
looks like she was hit on the way through.
Yeah, her glasses got knocked down. Now, with 7:50 remaining, we have to keep our eye on the clock. Baruch really has to have an effective possession and just keep getting offensive attempts helped by their defense.
Morales working on the far side on Lattimore. Outside to DeLuca. DeLuca back inside to Morales. Morales gives it back to DeLuca. A little two-man game. DeLuca mid-range shot, no good. Richardson last off of her, and a good play there by Thornton Lewis.
Well, that was a great offensive possession. Two teammates trying to work with each other, just shot didn't fall. Baruch has got to get a good shot early on here.
Inbound to Lopez here on the near side. 11-point game. Idea on the near side wing. It's going to be on Simons. That's going to be
well, one of the
first.
things, David, one of the things that can help Baruch's attack now is get to the free throw line.
Ooh, nice find there from Idea to Morales. Just a little bit off as Morales had the open look to the lane.
Well, Baruch had plenty of time on the shot clock.
And the foul there is going to be underneath. It's going to be on Castellari. That's going to be her fourth. So with 7:08 remaining, Castellari in some real foul trouble as Baruch need her as they trail by 11.
Well, these are all fouls away from the ball, and that's got to really bother you. That they just didn't need to happen.
Simons 3, high rebound, and Idea is able to pull that one down. Now up ahead to Lopez here on the near side. Lopez going right into the lane. She's fouled on the way up. Gullen on the foul, and that'll send Lopez back to the line, Joe, and you mentioned it. Bearcats needed to hit some free throws to claw back into it.
Yeah, David, one of the things Lopez does for you, she's very effective at get to the basket. She can use her right hand, she can use her left hand. And in a game like this, the clock is working against you. So Baruch's going to have to push it, and Lopez, if she can, just has to go and hope maybe get a three-point play. Baruch has now got to get it under 10.
And Lopez knocks it down. It's 59-50, a little bit less than 7 minutes remaining here, in the fourth.
Need a defensive stop here.
Jones back into the game for the Bloodhounds. Mid-range jumper, no good. Interesting there, Joe. We see Lattimore's on the bench now for John Jay. I wonder if it's just a quick breather before getting her back into the ballgame.
Well, that helps out the Lady Bearcats' attack immensely.
And also interesting predicament here as Baruch are now in the bonus. So they'll be shooting free throws here going forward with 6:38 remaining. That's going to send Lopez back to the line. Now it's key, of course, that they're just going to start. They hit some of these as Lopez is off on the first.
David, you said it too soon again. But in all seriousness, Baruch is right there. Okay, it's been a tough day, but no time like now to right the ship. They need to get the ball back.
Inside-out game. Simons, almost left it behind. Now over to Jones on the far side. Bounce pass on the interior. And just like that, it's Bascones on the layup.
Baruch did everything but allow that entry pass for that easy bucket.
Morales knocks down a straight-on three. And Baruch have it down to 7.
David, I'm not familiar with the three from Morales. That's something odd, but hey, came at a great time.
And a rebound there by Idea. As now it's Lopez into the front court, over to Idea here on the near side.
Well,
Idea into the lane, shot no good. They're going to call a foul. Let's see if it's on. No, either way, it's on the floor in the act of shooting. It's going to be Idea at the line to shoot 2 as Baruch are in the bonus.
Coach K urging the team to go. The clock is running, and this is the time that you really have to put the foot on the gas pedal. Baruch Nation, we have a game now.
Idea knocking down the first, trying to cut it to a 5-point deficit, 61-55. Make it 56. A little bit more than half the fourth quarter remaining. Baruch are on a 9-2 run in the last 2:54. Now inside, it's Bascones gets fouled hard there by Morales.
Well, John Jay has done this all game. They've penetrated and been able to give it to somebody in position for a layup, or they've gotten fouled. John Jay has.
Bascones only shooting 56% from the free throw line.
Could you say you found the right person?
As the southpaw is off on the first.
Well, Baruch has got to get the ball, make or miss, and they got to go.
And it's miss as Morales comes away with the rebound and turns it right over. Ball still loose.
Well, David, that's been the tale of the day. With all the loose balls, who comes up? John Jay comes up with the loose ball.
They're going to call a foul there. I thought it was a jump ball. So it'll be Bloodhounds basketball, as that was only the Bearcats' third team foul. Simons inbound in front of her own bench.
Well, talk about things going your way. John Jay.
And Bascones can't hit underneath. That's going to be a jump ball, and that'll go back to the Bearcats.
Well, with 5:18, no panic, but Baruch has to take really good shots.
They also have the pleasure of being able to go to the free throw line at every whistle.
Now, they can't be too late on the shot clock.
Now Lopez gets fouled on the way through, and that'll send her right back to the line. Touch foul there by Crockett to the Bearcats'
David,
advantage.
I think that Lopez needs to be very active in these final 5 minutes because there's something about her that I feel could be the factor.
She's 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Make it 7 of 9.
No, I'm not going to say anything. Quiet, Joe.
11 points on 16 minutes of action since she coming off the bench. She can't get the second one to go. Rattles all the way around. Now Jones into the front court. Cross-court pass. Banscones on the far side. Rebounded there by Morales. And Morales getting quickly double-teamed. However, now it's Lopez into the front court over to Castillo-Laurier. Right to the lane. Oh, she can't finish with the right hand. I don't think she expected to be that open as Crockett up ahead of the pack. She can't finish as she caught it underneath the basket and threw it off the underside of the rim.
1 and 1 doesn't equal 2 in this game, David.
And now Morales slowing things down over to Idir. Idir going right to the lane, off the glass. And just like that, it's back to 3, 61-58.
David, defensively, Baruch can't foul. Gotta pressure the ball.
Inside out. Southpaw 3 there by Bascones. No good. Idir on the rebound. She's fouled as she hits the deck. And that's going to send Idir to the line to shoot 2.
Now, 4:07 remaining. If you're the Baruch Lady Bearcats, it's all good. You're down 3. You're going to the line. Things are changing now.
And Idir knocks down the first. And Idir good on the second.
Well, 1 point deficit, 4 minutes to go. Defense cannot foul.
Minnick right to the lane, can't finish. Lopez bats it out of the hands of Lattimore, saves it from going out of bounds. Castillo-Laurier now on the far side, brings it into the front court, has options, cross-court pass. Idir, all wide open 3, and she gets it to go. And just like that, Baruch have their first lead since 5:09 remaining in the second quarter when they led 20-19. It's 63-61, 3:35 remaining. Now Simons quickly the other way, trying to answer. Bad shot. Lattimore able to clean it up and one.
David, that last possession made with the play of the year by Lopez falling out of bounds to save it. Well, Lattimore once again was standing there and the ball found her. And she put it in. David, in this moment, Baruch has got to go to Idir somehow.
And the free throw there, no good. Morales, and I think they got the wrong person on the foul call.
Now, David, offensively, Baruch has got a lot of options. Well, shot went in and out by Morales.
We have the privilege of replay here. That was definitely not on Castillo-Laurier. Maybe it's on McCray.
Well, I'm going to double and triple team Lattimore somehow.
Now handoff, Simons, open jumper, 63-63, shot no good, too strong. And it's Idir
Idea's got to get a touch, David.
She brings it into the front court. Lopez.
DeLuca's an option. Let it come to the elbow.
Mid-range jumper by McCray, way too strong. Lopez hobbling back, though, going in defensive transition.
Now they got to, where's Lattimore? She's one-on-one. DeLuca's got to use her feet and her hands.
Bascone's mid-range jumper, and she gets that one to go. Bascone's having a strong second half. She's got 6 points. Now Lopez into the lane. She's fouled. That wild shot, and she's hobbling a little bit. It's going to be on Lattimore.
David, the ability of Lopez to maneuver to the basket is key for this type of game and where we are. Lopez quietly being a huge factor in this game.
I don't know about how quiet, though, Joe. She's got 12 points now in 19 minutes.
Well, I'm using quietly from a cinematic quiet sense.
Baruch get the extra possession now. Lopez has Lattimore out on her. Crossover move, working on Bascones. She gets fouled on the way through, and that's going to send Lopez back to the line. And Baruch really just taking advantage of being in the bonus now for the last 4.5 minutes.
Well, notice who has the ball and who's making plays.
Lopez 8 of 12 from the free throw line. 8 of her 12 points coming from the line. The other two being one on a nice left-handed layup, and the other one to start her time on the floor in the second quarter. She hit the deck on a right-handed scoop shot.
She did what Derek Jeter made him a legend. She was running into the stands, and she saved the ball, leading to a Baruch possession and score.
And Baruch lead by one, 66-65.
Well,
2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
This is how you win championship. You get stops when you need them.
And dangerous pass there by Lattimore. And it's going to stay right there with the Bloodhounds. Good hustle there by DeLuca trying to get it off of Minnick last. However, it'll be Simons to inbound and Gullen now to bring it across the timeline.
You got to locate Lattimore. You can't give Minnick an open shot. You got to use your feet and your hands, get deflections.
Ball swung around the perimeter. Bascombs shot no good, but Lattimore on the offensive glass. Long, dangerous pass. Simons able to chase it down on the near side, right in front of the scorer's table. Now Simons working on DeLuca. Minnick now baseline inside to Lattimore. Help comes. Lattimore gets the open layup, though, as McCray had to go to Minnick.
Well, that's too easy.
And it's a 1-point game here at the Arc Arena. Baruch
Where
Trail
is
coming
Idea?
in, a minute remaining here in the ball game. Handoff to Idea now on the near side wing. Idea going left, looking for options. Pull-up shot, blocked by Simons. I don't know if that's the look you wanted right there.
Well, Idea's got to get the ball off and then set her feet. She's got to get it back. That's
now
a travel.
Lattimore inside out now to Simons on the near side. Simons floater in the lane. She gets that to go, and it's going to be Lopez now quickly the other way. Tempo has increased. Lopez, she's blocked. Nope, they're going to call the foul there.
David.
Wow, big play here. We have a technical on Lattimore and we have a personal foul. So we're going to have the technical free throw and then the two shots. So a chance to tie here for Lopez.
Well, Lopez needs to just be alone and get her thoughts together.
And, Joe, this is huge. Lattimore fouling out of this ball game with 31.5 seconds remaining.
Well, the key is what happens after these free throws.
So it's going to be 3 free throws and the ball for the Bearcats. as Lopez knocks down the first. You can feel a hush fall over the crowd here at the Arc Arena, Joe. As 2 of 2 from the line.
Well, this is why you lace them up, David.
So that was the 2 for the personal foul. Very interesting, though, Joe. Now it's the technical foul. They bring in Idea for the shot. I mean, you'd think with Lopez knocking down back-to-back free throws, you would let her continue to ride the hot hand. I guess it doesn't matter as Idea knocks down the first. Correction, it's going to be 2 technical free throws for Idea, so 4 shots straight from the line for the Bearcats. 2 of 2.
I don't think you can argue with Idea shooting anytime, but, again, Lopez is the hot hand.
And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Catrozos. He wants to talk things over. So you don't see this type of play too often, Joe. Lattimore on the personal fouls. Lopez went to the basket. Gets teed up on the same play. 4 straight free throws for the Bearcats when they're down by 3 to take the lead.
Well, it's Alumni Day. Maybe there's some magic in the air. Now, here's the thing, David. Does Coach K install that vicious press that he used last year and is so effective with 31.5 and a 1-point lead? Is that what's coming?
So 31.5 remaining. Baruch has to be very careful with the ball. Lattimore on the bench for the final 31.5.
Well, that's a gift. But I also believe Baruch has got to really be in attack mode now defensively without fouling. And that press, David, I keep mentioning, this would be the time.
So it'll be Baruch's ball far side, on the far side of the floor. It'll be Idea to inbound. It's Idea, DeLuca, Morales, McCray, and Lopez on the floor. Lattimore for the Bloodhounds, Castellare for the Bearcats, both out of this ball game due to fouls.
Well, when John Jay gets the ball, Baruch is going to have to press.
And now over to Morales. Idea has it in her hand. 10 seconds.
You got to keep it in her hand. She's the foul shot.
But they don't have to foul. Ooh, a little bit of a bailout right there, Joe. They didn't have to foul if you're John Jay, as you were playing very solid defense. 5 seconds on the shot clock. You basically have the Bearcats back to the basket at the midway point.
Well, that's maybe why you're 1-6, David, when it comes down to it. Now, the other thing, what a smart move to get the ball somehow into Idea.
But within 3 seconds, you were forcing Baruch into a very poor shot if you just, played that out.
That was a desperate foul by John Jay. And you know what? Great move on the part of Coach K. Yelling, get the ball to Idea.
Idea leading, tied with Lattimore, now leading all scorers with 23 points here in the ballgame. As full timeout for Coach Linda Day and the Bloodhounds. They want to talk things over.
Idea and Lopez stepping up, David, in a big-time way.
Yeah, to your point there, Joe. Idea has 24 and 4 of 7 from downtown. She's a perfect 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Give her a double-double tonight with 12 rebounds, all in 36 minutes of action. Lopez, 16 points in 21 minutes of action, 12 of 16 from the free throw line, including 2 huge free throws on that personal foul moments ago.
But we talked about what they did to determine the, remember we talked about that deficit. Baruch has been down. Other teams may have folded, but no. They found a way to come back. And, again, people have to step up. We haven't called Isabella's name a lot today. That's okay. We called DeLuca. But, again, who came out of the gate early? Morales. So there's been a lot of positives. And, again, right now, 72-69. Do not give up a 3, David. I repeat, do not give up a 3.
And Morales also has a double-double tonight, 14 points and 15 boards, as it'll be Bloodhounds to inbound with Simons right in front of their own bench. Baseline, Minnick able to lay it in. Okay, 72-71. Coach Catrozo's calling the timeout.
Well, David, I got to get the ball inbounded to Idea somehow. Who's coming into the game?
Yeah, I think she came out off the floor for defensive purposes and now right back in. 72-71, 12-point high.
Right.
And we've kind of mentioned it all fourth quarter. Baruch just having to hit their free throws now.
But right now, Idea is the most dependable. She's proven that today. It's going to come down to situational basketball, which you love as a basketball fan. It's what you practice.
Interesting. Idea has only had 12 free throw attempts on the season. She's hit 10 of them. Tonight she is 10 of 10 from the line.
Just tremendous. And it came at the right time, David. Opportunistic basketball, both from Lopez and Idea. Now, they're going to have to screen for Idea.
Denial to Idea. She's quickly double teamed. Ooh, wild pass, and it goes right into the first row. And it's going to be side out for the Bloodhounds right in front of their bench.
Well, we needed a second of, who was that? I'll tell you who should have been. Should have been Lopez or DeLuca as a safety valve.
I think they were trying to get it to DeLuca on the far side. It was just a bit too
Yeah,
strong.
somebody should have been right in front of our table because that would have been the direct angle while Idea was being double teamed.
So John Jay will have the ball in their hands with a chance to hold for the last shot and a chance to win the ball game. It's been a wild fourth quarter as Baruch have come all the way back into the ball game. They have outscored John Jay 29-14 as they trailed by 14 entering the fourth.
David, John Jay playing minus Lattimore, but you got to watch Minnick. Well, Lola coming back defensively, going against the switch of offensive defense.
And interesting, Mitchell couldn't check into the ball game there. I'm not sure of the specifics. As the refs made Idea come back into the game. Three there by Minnick. Late closeout off left iron. No good. Offensive rebound inside out. That's Crockett. Her shot no good. Simons trying to save it. Nope, she stepped out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Well, Baruch got a break because John Jay got a loose ball as they've done all game. They had good shots. Now, you got to get the ball. DeLuca back to Idea.
Ooh.
Well, that was a harsh foul, David.
And that's going to the foul there's going to be on Gullen. That's going to be her fifth, so that'll kick her out of the game as Richardson will come in for the last 1.8. However, Idea at the line with an opportunity to extend the lead to three. 72-71, Bearcats lead.
Well, we have to quickly say what a luxury to have a player like Idea. That's she's been on the team a few years, and she in this game has emerged as a big leader, as well as Lopez. People are emerging today, in spite of all that's gone on. They're emerging as a leader, or leaders.
So with 1.8, we have a review going on. I think they're trying to review on that foul. I think it was on Simons. I don't know if it was the foul was on. I think the foul was on Gullen, but I think the push was on Simons because if you think about it, it was DeLuca who hit the floor, but it's Idea at the free throw line. So it looked like there was multiple fouls on the play.
That was a football play.
Yeah.
Because DeLuca went down hard.
And this is going to be huge here, Joe, because even if Idea hits these two free throws, the Bloodhounds still have a chance to tie the ball game. However, if there's some sort of flagrant or technical, it's going to stay with Baruch.
Well, David, let me ask you this question. If by good fortune Baruch goes up 4, do you foul the inbound John Jay play? Instead of, let them have the 2, you're still up 3, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But
you don't want to give
it
it 3. Right. I'm just saying, if things go well, you foul John Jay in the inbound pass, take away the 3. You'll give up the 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But we're longer review here than expected here, Joe. I think they're just trying to see that off the ball, the play that was away from the ball.
I mean, can we say a flagrant foul could be in play?
The refs have left the scorer's table and now huddling, and I think everyone's waited with bated breath.
I mean, she went down hard. I mean, you can hear like the
you
force. You can hear on the floor. I mean, the table shook, right? So I got to keep that. In mind, right?
So we'll see what the call is as they come away from it.
I mean, what constitutes a flagrant foul? I mean, just, flagrant. That's that, really.
And I think what I'm hearing right now, I think it's going to be a flagrant foul because I think I'm trying to eavesdrop here as well, but it's going to be a flagrant, and that's going to be Idea.
Oh, if that's not a flagrant foul, David, what is? So things working out in favor of the Lady Bearcats, and David, this could be a pivotal, development in the season for the Lady Bearcats based on today and how things have turned around.
And it's going to be on Simon Simmons, the flagrant, and that's going to send Idea to the line also on top of that. So it should be four free throws. You knock down 3 of these, Joe, the ball game's over.
Right. But just to be on the safe side, I'd still maybe foul. Anything could happen when the ball's in play.
And Idea knocks down the first 2.
Well, words can't describe the performance of Idea as a leader today.
Largest lead at 7:57. It was 15 points for John Jay. It's 7:57 of the third quarter. They've come back from 14 now as Idea knocks down 4 in a row, and it's actually going to be Baruch Ball now on the far side. So this should do it here as the Bearcats get hightail out of here with a W.
David, it's academic. Valiant effort by John Jay.
What a comeback. 76-71. Little Idea leading the way with 28 points, including a perfect 14 of 14 from the free throw line.
Well, if you're a Baruch fan, you are ecstatic because it's Alumni Day, festivities all over the place, and the Lady Bearcats just had to gather themselves, which is normal. A lot of emotion, a lot of psychology, and you know what? They found a way, and I'm guaranteeing you that the season ahead, you're going to look back in this game and say, wow, they really dealt with adversity, and they found a way. And that's how you win championships, David. So great game and just the beginning of a great day. We're going to have the alumni game, which is going to be great. And then the men play John Jay.
Baruch trailed by 14 coming into the fourth and outscored John Jay by 19 in the fourth quarter.
Well, a lot of people may have turned off their radios or their laptops, but if you're a true Baruch fan, traditionally we've had great games here, great finishes, and especially people emerged. Morales started the game on a run. She continued to play great throughout. And then, again, Lopez found ways. Idea just did everything he needed to do to win. And collectively, Baruch grew today as a team with tremendous potential.
Yeah, and it came down also to, give Baruch credit, but also John Jay making some sloppy mistakes. You're talking about the technical on Lattimore that kick that eventually knocked her out of the game due to foul trouble. That basically tied the ball game, and then you look at the last few moments of the technical
David,
here on Simons, just sloppy mistakes, and really between the ears for John Jay.
To your point, John Jay folded. They beat themselves. Okay, let's credit Baruch 110%, but John Jay fed into the change and momentum, and Baruch just made more plays. And credit Coach K and his staff to just pushing the right buttons. And that's how you have the victory.
So that will do it here for the first game of your doubleheader. Well, there'll be a little bit of an intermission here as the men don't tip off at 4. Once again, the Lady Bearcats win 76-71 over the John Jay Bloodhounds. Men's tip-off will be at 4 p.m. Please come back and check in. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.